Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at this morning. Welcome to another Saturday morning episode of My Mortgage Hound, back at the coast. We have a ton to cover today. I'm adding a lot of data to my stream. I had lunch with Details Home Inspections today, or earlier in the week, and we were talking about inventory, okay? So home affordability is one of the number one topics in my day-to-day conversations, followed immediately by inventory. How much inventory do we have? And he was telling me that in Washougal, so we're in Southwest Washington, in Washougal, they have 6 months of inventory. All right,
if you guys couldn't hear me, I think my mic was muted. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world this morning. We're starting over. Okay, so we have a ton to cover. Back at the coast on the stormy 60-mile-an-hour wind weekend here in Long Beach. Got a ton to cover, a lot of new data. Echo.
I don't know why there's an echo. How about now? Is there an echo now? I think we should be good on the echo. All right, let's just dive into it. Okay, so I don't think I was muted earlier. Guys, this is a live stream. We're live, okay? Okay, perfect. So he was saying there is 6 months of inventory in Washougal, and I was like, there's no way. And so I looked it up, found some really good reports that we're gonna go over today that break down our current market, real estate market by neighborhood. And we're gonna look at Washougal because he's right. And we're gonna compare it to some other pockets of Southwest Washington. All right, so let's get into some housekeeping items. Every week, well, let's start with rates. We're gonna do it a little backwards today. All the interest rates we use on my stream come from Mortgage News Daily, which is my go-to trusted resource for all things interest rate related. They give the best, most accurate, unbiased national average on interest rates. Guys, we're back at 7% on conforming. 7.03, jumbo loan 7.22, anything over an 802 loan amount. FHA and VA 6.45 and 6.47. Right after the election, we were so close to dropping below 5. We're having a hard time breaking that threshold, backed up to 6.45. If you guys remember, right before the election, we did a White House special, and we're looking at a house that's now sold, okay? It was a one-level white, kind of a starter home, listed for $535. And we've been keeping track of the payments and interest rates week over week on that house. If we were to buy a house for $535, you can see right before the election, we were at 6.62. After the election, 6.3, which is a significant drop. And then we started to creep back up. 1 week later, 6.39. Today, we're at 6.45. This is an FHA loan, okay? You can see down here what that equates to for payment. So before the election, we're at $4,009, and then we dropped $110 in 1 week to $38.99. Last week, we were at $39.30, saving us $80 from pre-election. Today, we're down to $59 in savings at $39.50 compared to a week before the election. So we're going to continue tracking interest rates on this example, week over week. All right, every week, Gavin Hutkins, who hopefully will be joining us today on the chat, sends us over our market statistics. This is kind of an overview, and this is new for the stream today. We're going to be diving into neighborhood specific, but if we look kind of at an overview, in Clark County, Southwest Washington, we had 131 new listings last week. That's down 11%. Pending sales, so homes that have gone into contract but haven't yet closed, 172, up 8%. Guys, that's not good. We're selling way more homes than we are listing. Okay, that's not good for home affordability, not good for inventory. 133 homes closed. Now, there is some seasonality to that with new listings. We're going into the holidays. People want to get through the holidays before they list their homes. So part of that's normal, but it's still unhealthy, especially in this market. So we need new listings. Every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a home, that data is collected. This represents our shopping activity. In Washington, the state of Washington, the whole state, we're down 3%. Again, that's seasonal. I'm not worried about that number. It's fairly flat. In Oregon, it's the same. It's up 1%, fairly flat. This dip here in both Oregon and Washington, seasonality. I did expect to see a little bit of bump after the election, which we haven't. But I bet you, as we get into January, we're going to start to see these numbers creep back up. Those numbers will represent buyers that'll be closing in late winter, early spring. So that's our lockbox activity. All right, so this is new on the stream. I want to dive into market statistics locally by neighborhood. And the reason I want to do this is because I look at this every day and I was caught off guard. I was unaware of how much variance there is in our inventory from neighborhood to neighborhood here in Southwest Washington, Portland Metro. So again, this is sent over by Gavin Huckins at Berkshire Hathaway. This represents 1 month on the market, up to yesterday, the 22nd, okay? And this is specific to Washougal. So in the last 2 weeks, there's been 14 new listings, 60 homes have gone pending, and 9 have closed in the last 2 weeks. The current inventory in Washougal is 99 homes. The average days on market in Washougal is 115 days. Okay, so we're a little over 3 months of inventory, 3.5 months inventory in Washougal. Solds in the last 3 months in Washougal, there's been 22 homes that have sold. On average, they've taken 15 days to sell. So we're seeing the inventory, the time on market, increase. So now this website breaks down homes that are currently for sale. I think they just take the top, it looks like they take the top 10 most expensive homes and they feature them. But this is the data I want to break into. Median list price. So this is the median price for sale. $924,990. Then it breaks down the characteristics of the median house for sale: 3.7 bedrooms, 3.2 baths, 2,800 square feet, listed for $978, 350 a square foot. Okay. Then they give that same data for homes that have gone pending. So that the median average list price, $925. The median list price pending, so this is when they go into contract, $850. And then we go down here to median sold price. So the homes that have closed, $650. So there's some other good data, including Gavin's information. Here's kind of a summary. In Washougal, $895,000 median sales price, 96 properties sold, 31 on the market. So this is kind of new, a new report for me. I just saw this for the first time Thursday. Good morning, Gavin. So we're going to be diving into this every week. Let's look at a few more. So 115 days average on market in Washougal. Let's compare that to Ridgefield, one of the fastest growing cities in the state. This is 1 month of Richfield, Washington. The number that I want to jump to right away Washougal's 115 days, Richfield's 45 days average on the market. When we talk about days on market, we talk about Clark County or Southwest Washington as a whole. But when you break it down by neighborhood, there's a big variance. Homes are selling average days on market in Richfield 45 compared to 115 in Washougal. There's currently 93 homes for sale. This, Gavin, you can tell me maybe this number is not accurate. This says there's only been 10 homes total sold in the last 3 months. That can't be right. We look at the median list price for Richfield, $735, $335 a square foot. The median list price for pending sales, so once they go into contract. Oh, gotcha, Gavin, thank you for clarifying. So Gavin says in the last 10 months closed. We're going to fine tune this report because we're going to be looking at it every week. So our median price listed for sale, $735, pending, so the ones that have gone into contract, $599. And that doesn't mean that people are reducing their price. It means the homes that are being sold going pending are less expensive, $599. And that makes sense, right? Our hottest market right now is that $450 to $600 range. And then closed homes, $569.9. Okay, let's look at a couple more. For those watching out in Florida, here's 1 month of Florida. 55 homes currently for sale. Average days on market, 160. Guys, Florida is 9 miles away from Richfield. We go from 45 days average on the market to 160. Now at 160 days, it starts to become kind of neutral, maybe a little bit of a buyer's market, but there's just not enough homes for sale, only 55 in Florida, to really justify calling this trending towards a buyer's market. Median list price for sale in Florida, $875. Let's see what's selling in Florida. $719. Wow, quite a bit higher than Richfield. So the median price going into contract, $720,000. And closed transaction, $605. You guys want to look at one more? Let's look at two more. Here's Camas. We're going to go through this a little quicker. Camas, 122 homes for sale. That's the highest so far what we looked at. 77 days on the market. Look at that. We're approaching $1 million for our median list price for sale. What's selling? Wow. About the same. So the homes going into contract in Camas are right at $1 million. Can you believe that? Closed 814. This is great data, Gavin. Salmon Creek, 104 days on the market. Wow, 164 homes in Salmon Creek. This is the most inventory that we've looked at so far. Wow, $674,000 for a median list price. Salmon Creek's, you know, if you're in that 500 to 600 range, Salmon Creek does have a lot of inventory in that range. Average home selling, $575, right? So if you are starting to shop for real estate, this, and you're in that starter home, 450 to 550, 600 range, this is telling me Salmon Creek's got your best chance of finding something in that range. Great schools out in Salmon Creek. Median sold price, $580, so right in line. That's the first one where the sold price is a little bit higher than the median list price, pending. So there you go. What do you guys think about that data? Something new for the stream. Pretty fascinating how the market changes from neighborhood to neighborhood. Back to our regularly scheduled program. You guys ready to dive into some properties? I got 3 listings today. They're all kind of cool in their own way. Still focused on home affordability when I look for listings. The listings we're going to look at, for the most part, I'm looking at them for the first time with you guys. I did prep a little bit, but let's dive into our first listing. This is in Camas, kind of caught my attention, okay, for a couple of reasons. We're at 4801 Northeast Boulder Creek Road. 5 acres for under $1 million. That was the first thing I noticed. Okay. 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,100 square feet. Kind of a cool setting, at least in the picture. We're going to dive into the pictures here in a second. This home is listed by Stephen Veneta. At eXp Realty. Let's see what Stephen has to say. Shown by appointment only, no drive-bys, please. Okay. Take a look at this breathtaking custom craftsman cabin nestled in the mountains north of idyllic Camas, Washington. So this is just north of Camas. Not for your average suburbanite. This is a single owner home. Is architect owned. That makes me really excited to see the pictures. Thoughtfully tucked away on 5 private acres in the lofty elevation of Livingston Mountain. Show-stopping exterior will grab your attention upon arrival. The mountain abode boasts new roof. When was this built? 1995. Okay. Wow, single owner 1995. That's pretty good. New roof, gutters, siding, interior and exterior paint, and custom woodwork. Refurbished maple floors, newly remodeled kitchen, wood stove, reclaimed wood. Okay, primary bedrooms located on the main floor. There is a mudroom / shop. There's a crystal clear stream that goes through the 5 acres back to Yakult Burn State Forest. So you are backed up to some state land, which is very nice. Okay. AV dirt bike enthusiasts will love close access to the Jones Creek Trailhead and Larch Mountain Trail System. Okay, you guys ready for some pictures? Hi Diane, hope you're doing well. Okay, so that definitely has that cabin feel. There's the 5 acres backed up to the national forest there, or state forest rather. Okay, so this home has new exterior paint. I'm not seeing a garage. It's kind of weird to see a home without any concrete or asphalt around it. Glad to hear, Diane. But man, look at that. You are tucked in the woods. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a gravel drive on the right, it looks like. Not much of one. Okay, so our front entrance, we're only dealing with 2,100 square feet here, so our entrance does go into the living room, it looks like. There's those refurbished floors. 1995, so we're not dealing with 9-foot ceilings, but what a beautiful staircase. Kind of the focal point of that room. Here's our remodeled kitchen. Looks like we have tile floor. To me, this looks like they painted just the upper cabinets with a small tile backsplash. Good sized kitchen. What do you guys think of the butcher block countertops? I think they look really nice. Under the kitchen mount sink, under the counter mount sink. Lots of pictures of the kitchen. Okay, so our entries on the left here, we come in. Beautiful staircase. There's your architect, right? Good morning, Troy. What do you think of that staircase? Pretty cool. And this isn't a multi-million-dollar home. We're in here at $750 for 5 acres. So, I think that what we're seeing here is right in line with that price point. I used a piece of maybe driftwood or something here to hold the banister. Very cool, huh? Unique. Another good shot of our great room with that wood stove. Okay, now we're upstairs into a loft. Looks like they're using it as a workout area. Tile carpet. So this must be one of the guest bedrooms being used as an office. Very cool. Guest bath. Troy, I don't know how long you've been watching, but did you catch the neighborhood market statistics we did this week? I want to know if you thought that was good info. Walk-in closet. Guest bedroom number 2. I'm guessing this is guest bedroom number 3. So 3 bedrooms up. You'll have to go back when we're done and watch the first part of our live stream this morning. We broke down our market inventory and average list price by neighborhood. And it was pretty crazy. We saw Richfield had 44 days of inventory, where Salmon Creek had 160 days of inventory, Washougal 145. So it was interesting to see pockets of inventory as opposed to just looking at inventory for Clark County as a whole. We have a lot of people joining a little bit late this morning, so when we're done, go back and rewatch that if you just joined us. All right, so this is bedroom number 3. I believe this is our primary. So bathrooms could use a little bit of updating. Utility room. Here's a little shop. Okay. As far as pictures on this listing, it was hard to tell when we were in the primary versus the guest bedrooms. But overall, for that price, 5 acres in Camas, backed up to state land, I like this listing a lot. Let's look at some numbers. Okay, put 3 options on here for us to look at today. 20% down, 10% down, and VA 0 down, just for fun. I could see a veteran wanting to live out in the woods. Purchase price $750,000. Our loan amount 20% down, be $600,000. 10% down, $675,000. Obviously 0 down, $750,000. One of the themes for today, or one of the topics I wanted to point on, is when you're looking at a listing like this, remodeled, refurbished floors, new paint, doesn't need a whole lot, but I did see some areas for some more updating, especially in those bathrooms, and maybe fresh carpet in the bedrooms, maybe change out the carpet upstairs, that tile carpet. So when you're looking at down payment, always look at what the options are for putting less down and using some of that money instead of down payment for those updates you want to do to the house. You can see here that we're talking about a $75,000 difference. Maybe you want to pour a concrete driveway or put some concrete around the house, for example, on that one. Interest rates pulled right off of Mortgage News Daily. For conforming, we're at 7.03. When we look at VA, 6.47. Total payment with 20% down, $44.61. That includes taxes, insurance, and interest. Let's look at those really quick. So principal and interest, $4,003. Property taxes, not bad at all for 5 acres, $358 a month. Homeowners insurance, we're guessing around $100 a month. No mortgage insurance if we're putting 20% down. But if we want to keep that $75,000 in our pocket, we are going to have mortgage insurance, but it's only $123 a month. So not bad for keeping 75 grand in your pocket to do updates with, if that's what you wanted to do. VA, no mortgage insurance. So we're looking at $44.61 versus $5,086 for putting 10% down. So not a bad difference for keeping that $75,000. If we go VA and go 0 down, you don't have to go 0 down with VA. You could put some down, but if you want to do 0 down, you're at $51.83. Cash to close, $159. This is with all your closing costs and prepaids. You could ask the seller to pay those for you, but we're at $160, $85, or 10 grand on VA. Okay, what do you guys think? So this morning I have one listing that a real estate agent sent me. The other ones I found on my own. It just so happened that the one we're going to look at next is listed by Gavin Huckins. And I picked this one because it definitely is in that first-time home buyer price range, maybe a move-up buyer price range, but it's in Salmon Creek, Florida, 98686. You know what I might do next week is I might save those market neighborhood-specific market updates for each listing we look at. So if we go back here and we look at, I'm going to call this Salmon Creek, 164 homes for sale in Salmon Creek, average days on market 104. Our median list price, $674. And the homes that are selling, the median list price is $575, which goes right in line with our second home today, $579. Oh, it's live data, that's great to know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the links to those market analysis in the description so people can click on them if that's okay with you, Gavin. 12618 Northeast 36th Avenue, Vancouver, Washington 98686, built in 1984. A 10,000 square foot lot, that's not bad in Salmon Creek. 4 beds, 2 baths, 1,909 square feet. Let's see what Gavin has to say. Charming corner lot home brings you classic comfort on a single level. Corner lot, single level. That's what I get out of that first sentence. Entrance greets you with a spacious living room and vaulted ceilings. Okay, we're dealing with a 1984 build, so vaulted ceilings are always nice. Open to atmosphere, perfect for both relaxing and entertaining. Updated kitchen, stainless steel appliances, sleek countertops, lovely hardwood floors. 4th bedroom adds flexibility. Does it say 4? It does say 4 bedrooms. 4th bedroom adds flexibility and easily serving as an office, dinner, guest room. It's not easy to find a home under 2,000 square feet with 4 bedrooms. So we'll see what that looks like. And Gavin, it's perfect what you said in here. That's great for maybe somebody working from home. The primary suite offers updated bathroom. Sliding door out the primary to the extensive deck. We'll look at that. Private cedar fenced backyard, ideal for summer barbecues. Natural gas, that's awesome. I run my barbecue off natural gas. It's great unless you forget to turn it off, because the propane doesn't run out, so it'll go all night. Talking from experience. Well maintained with updates including windows, doors, garage door, roof, water heater, heat pump, furnace, and ductwork enhances home's value. Absolutely. Those are all great things to see in a home this age. Okay. I would say one of the biggest things about this home is the superior location. You know, you're in some of the best schools in the state, established neighborhood. Let's look at some pictures. Very nice sized corner lot. You know, in Salmon Creek, Florida, Richfield, all the new constructions, I mean, they're on like 4,000 square foot lots. You could almost touch your neighbor's house if you walk in between them. So one of the nice things about looking for a home in this age is look at this nice big corner lot. I want to see things updated and well maintained, like Gavin put in his description. Basketball hoop, that's cool. Very nice looking, well maintained home from the exterior. Nice front door. Okay, looks like manufactured hardwoods as opposed to laminate when you walk in. Very nice. Bay windows. 1,900 square feet here, so 4 bedrooms. So it's nice to see this great room when you walk in is a fairly decent size. Gas fireplace. Love the vaulted ceilings, and I'm not stuck with the 8-foot ceilings. You know, I'm 6 foot tall, so those little ceilings really make me feel claustrophobic. Here's some AI staging. Love the AI staging. Really does help visualize what the room looks like, and you can do this if you're at an open house and it's not staged. Take some pictures, and you can add. There's a lot of free apps out there where you can add staging to any room. Like the built-ins around the fireplace, ceiling fan. All right, storm is here. We drove in last night expecting trees down everywhere. We're out at the coast and there's a huge storm. Power to be out, and it looked like no storm had been here. The streets were clear, power was on, but I'm sure my mic's not picking it up, but the storm is here. It just got really loud in here. Okay, nice galley style kitchen. Very sleek countertops. Is that quartz or is that Formica? Gavin, if you're still on. Love the backsplash to the cabinets to the ceiling. You guys know I'm a big fan of that. Love how the vaulted ceilings go into the kitchen. I'm assuming we're looking out over the great room. Stainless steel appliances. I don't hate the countertops being laminate. They look nice. And the way those countertops are, if you wanted to put granite or quartz in and go to Costco, it'd be very inexpensive. There's another view. I like this house. A lot of built-ins. So this is bedroom number 1. I'm expecting these bedrooms to be small, and I'm okay with that because I get 4 of them. We're only dealing 1,900 square feet. We're going to use one of them as a den or office. Ceiling fan in this bedroom. Okay, here's our primary with that slider. It is hailing something fierce. Can you guys hear the hail? Primary bedroom with the slider out to the deck. Very nice. If you're not a fan of mirrored closet doors, very inexpensive upgrade. Single sink in I'm guessing this is our primary bath. Nothing wrong here, easy to update if you wanted. Bedroom number 4. 3, here's bedroom number 4. Guest bath again. Very easy to come in here and update for not a lot of money. For a home in this price range in Salmon Creek, these bathroom projects don't scare me at all. Nice big deck. Okay. A little shed. Good drone shots. All right, you guys ready to look at some numbers? Purchase price $579. This is FHA. FHA is not a first-time homebuyer program, even though a lot of people think it is, but it is designed for people getting started in home ownership. Lower credit score requirements, higher debt to income, people with student loans. FHA is a great option, even though you do have mortgage insurance, a great option for getting started in home ownership. Our interest rate 6.45 on FHA. Payment $43.35 with $29,000 out of pocket. I don't see why you couldn't come in here and ask the seller to pay your closing costs for you. If we look at closing costs, we can come in and have the seller pay our closing costs and prepaid items. And so our cash to close would be just our down payment of $20,000. And if $20,000 is out of your budget too for down payment, there is down payment assistance programs out there. Reach out to me if you want to learn more about those, like Washington State Bond. So there are options where you could come out as out of pocket $0 on this one. If we were looking at non-FHA, I wanted to show you here because some people are scared of FHA because of the mortgage insurance. But if we look at 5% down, the interest rate 7.03. Our payment is the same, but we're having to put a 1.5% more down. So we're at $37,641 out of pocket, or if we had the seller pay our closing costs, $29,000 out of pocket. Again, you could still use a down payment assistance program for 5% down conforming as well. I always ask, how does that payment make you feel? $4,300 for an entry-level home. Obviously, you could put 20% down. We could buy points. We could get those payments down. But this is what our first-time home buyers or entry-level home buyers are looking at. Okay, we are running short on time. I have one more for you. Met a new agent this week, AJ. And so I asked if he wanted a feature listing. He says he has an interesting property. So we're going to take a look at it. AJ, if you're on, say hi to everybody. When I ask a new agent to feature a listing, it's always interesting if they show up. If they show up and they participate in the chat, they get to come on and feature listings whenever they want, just like the best agents in town, like Troy Jensen and Gavin Huckins, who are constantly on the stream. This is a community, so I'm looking to partner with the agents that want to contribute to the show. Okay, this show is really meant for people that are either curious about their market in their neighborhood where they live, or they're starting to think about buying, or they're actively looking. I want to provide as much information for those people as possible. So I'm looking for agents, the agents that have been on here that have been providing listings, providing market data, providing opinions, are agents I've worked with for over a decade. We see Diana Rutherford on here from time to time, Gavin Huckins, worked with him, 12 years now. Troy, we're approaching 20 years working together. So we have my trusted people on here, Details Home Inspections, various insurance agents. So we'll see. I gave AJ a couple seconds to chime in. AJ, this might be your first and last time you're on the stream. Okay, we'll see. We'll give him another shot. All right, let's look at his interesting listing here. Okay, we're going out to Battleground. 22518 Northeast 251st Avenue. 4 beds, 3 beds, 2384 square feet. Oh, guess who just texted me? AJ. I'm here, but don't know how to comment. I'm on my phone though, so maybe that feature is for desktop only. To be fair, he said he's not a big YouTube watcher, so he probably doesn't have an account, but you should be able to chime in and chat. If not, AJ, figure it out for next week. We'd love to have you back, but let's look at AJ's listing. Okay. 4 beds, 3 baths, 2384 square feet in Battleground, built in 1981 on 2.5 acres. Guys, 2.5 acres for $675,000 seems like a good deal for me. Good deal to me in Battleground. Let's see what AJ has to say. If you're looking for peace and quiet, you'll love the Alpine Heights neighborhood. This home rests gently on 2.5 gorgeously private acres surrounded by trees and wildlife. It's a tri-level home, ample natural light, high ceilings, separate living and family rooms, cozy wood or pellet stove, main level bedroom with half bath nearby for convenience. So our primary is on the second floor, it looks like, with a balcony, walk-in closet, 2 more bedrooms and a hall bath upstairs as well. Expansive decks, separate dining room. And this is what he said, I got this interesting home. It has an office in the center of the home. We're gonna take a look at that. I haven't dove into the pictures too deep yet because I want to look at it for the first time with you guys, but I think that's what's gonna be the interesting piece on this home. Battleground, I usually like to look at the map, kind of see where we're at in Battleground. We are quite a ways east, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Especially if you want some privacy and you want some wildlife, that kind of stuff. Okay. We're going to go through these pictures fairly quickly because we're getting towards the end here. Here's our entrance. Keep in mind, 1981. Looks like built. Looks like we have fresh paint. Like the front doors. Nice garage. drone shot. From the drone shot, I see some skylights, our wood burning stove chimney, lots of trees. All right, AJ says the neighborhood is Alpine Heights. The office used to be an atrium. Can't wait to we're gonna go a little quick so we can get to the atrium. Like the double front doors, looks like tile or lip. You know, is that a stone floor, AJ? I really wish AJ could be in the chat because he's texting me here, so I'll relay his text messages, but is that a stone floor? Or is that just an effect from laminate? Okay, here's our kitchen. Lots of opportunity to update. Nothing wrong with those cabinets. You either leave them. I don't think the color looks bad. You could paint them. I could remove this track lighting. Love the character in the windows. Linoleum and wallpaper. Hey, that's easy. And when we look at the numbers on this house, I'm looking at it like I'm gonna keep as much cash in my pocket to come in here and update this home. For $675, 2.5 acres, this home's screaming for some update. So I don't look at these projects in a bad way, right? Like new countertops, the fact that the cabinets look good, just maybe some paint, saves us a lot of money on that. Okay, so AJ says yes, stone flooring in the entryway. Very manly. It looks like the bones of this house are in really good shape. Wouldn't take a whole lot to update that popcorn ceiling. Nice deck. Hard to tell. It looks like a cedar deck. It doesn't look like manufactured wood. Lots of wallpaper. I'd be tempted to leave that wallpaper. It's pretty dope. Again, wouldn't it be hard to knock down that popcorn ceiling? But little things like I like the curved doorways and windows. It adds a lot of character. I can see our atrium. Oh, and look, our stone entry goes all the way in here. I bet it would be cool to paint that stone. Okay, I think our atrium's on the left here. Here's our wood burning stove. Awesome fireplace, built-in mantle. Okay, I gotta go through these kind of quick, guys. I think this is our atrium. So AJ, if you're still here, is this open to the outdoors? Or is it just a glass covered room? Here's our primary. Nice little balcony. Guessing this is our primary bath. Walk-in closet. Bedroom number 1. Bedroom number 2. Gavin says it's a fishbowl in the center of the house. When I was a kid, we grew up in this house in Florida, Hazeldale, over by Sacagawea High School. We rented it, and I think it was like a parade of homes back in the day, like late 80s. And it was similar to this. It was a one level, and around it was an atrium, but it was exposed to the outdoors, and they had a hot tub in the center of the house with no ceiling. It was very, very cool to grow up in a house like that. Okay, this might be our 4th bedroom. Okay, so there is a ceiling on top of the atrium, AJ says, and that's where those 3 skylights are. What would you guys do with that atrium if you were coming in here and remodeling this house? Take it out, make it living space, leave it, bring in some birds. Utility room. Okay, so here's that second living space AJ was talking about in the description. I like the floors in here, love the fireplace. Wouldn't take a whole lot to update this. Lots of square footage for that price. Backyard. Look at that. AJ said he put 100 houseplants in there. AJ, you're great in the chat. You got to be in the chat next week, not on the text. Okay, fun listing. Look, for $675, if you're looking for a project, I think this one's great. If you want to live out in the woods, I really like this house. So that's kind of how I structured these numbers, okay? Kept it simple. We're running out of time. I'm going to go through this quickly, but the whole point of this is when you are, I always say, we help people finance their home in a smart way. We're looking at 20% down versus 5% down. And here's what I mean by a smart way on this house. Is my cash to close right off the bat, $143,000 with 20% down. If I put 5% down, I leave $100,000 in my pocket. Given that most of the updating of this house is cosmetic, I don't necessarily have to replace the cabinets in the kitchen. I think $100,000 would go a long way on a house like this. $100,000 and some elbow grease. You know, knocking down those popcorn ceilings, that's all elbow grease and some paint, right? So for $862 more a month, I can leave $100,000 in my pocket. I'm gonna be refinancing most likely in the first 3 years anyways as rates come down. So then I can, readjust things there. But $4,100 a month with 20% down, we'll just call it $5,000 a month with 5% down. Okay. Again, I can come in here and ask for closing costs to be paid for, so we could shave that number down even more. If we go to our closing cost tab, we could be coming in with just these two numbers, $135,000 or $33,000. And this is using just a conforming loan. We're not getting overly creative here. We're just putting less down. Yes, we are paying a little bit of mortgage insurance, but $100,000 I put into this house for $675 on 2.5 acres. Guys, I see a lot of potential for appreciation in a home like this. What do you guys think? Troy, you and I have had clients out in Battleground over the years that come in here and buy homes, 2.5 acres, 5 acres, fix them up, and the amount of appreciation you can get in Battleground with doing a little bit of remodeling is pretty impressive. Gavin says, leave it as my office. It's killer. Kids wouldn't get away from anything. All right, guys, this was a fun episode. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, get more people in chat for next time. I really enjoyed the data Gavin sent over with the market data for each neighborhood. So I think we're going to introduce that into the stream weekly, but maybe we'll do it alongside our listings instead of just going over it in the beginning. So the live stream's always evolving. The right house for everybody. What a great way to end. Thank you so much for participating today, for being here. AJ, thanks for the listing and the chat over text. Hopefully you can figure it out for next week. Go out, be safe in the stormy weather, and we'll see you all next Saturday. Goodbye.